Domestic violence and verbal abuse. God's heart for peaceful and safe homes. Good afternoon, everyone. So today we are talking about a very sensitive but very important topic: domestic violence and verbal abuse. This is not an easy conversation, but silence has allowed many people to suffer quietly for too long. Let me say this clearly from the beginning. God never designed a home to be a place of fear. The Lord examines the righteous, but the wicked, those who love violence, He hates with a passion. From Psalm 11 verse 5. Violence, whether physical or verbal, is never an expression of love, discipline, or authority. What domestic violence and verbal abuse look like? Many people think abuse only means physical harm, but abuse has many forms. Domestic violence and verbal abuse include hitting, pushing, or physical intimidation, shouting, constant anger, and threats, humiliation, name calling, and insults, controlling behavior and manipulation, making someone feel worthless, afraid, or trapped. From Proverbs 18 verse 21, the tongue has the power of life and death. Words can wound just as deeply as hands. What abuse does to the heart? Abuse does not only hurt the body, it damages the soul. Those who live in abusive homes often walk on eggshells, lose confidence and self-worth, live in fear instead of peace, blame themselves for someone else's anger. Children who witness abuse may grow up believing violence is normal, shouting is love, fear is authority. If the foundations are destroyed, what can righteous do? From Psalm 11 verse 3. When the home is unsafe, everything else becomes unstable. God's definition of love. Some people excuse abuse by saying, I was just angry, or that's how I discipline, or I love my family. But God defines love very clearly. Love is patient, love is kind, it does not dishonor others, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered. From 1 Corinthians 13 verses 4 to 5. Love does not terrorize. Love does not humiliate. Love does not harm. To those who are being abused, if you are listening today and living in fear, hear this clearly. God sees you. The abuse is not your fault. You are not weak for wanting safety. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. From Psalm 34 verse 18. Seeking help, setting boundaries, and protecting yourself and your children is not lack of faith. It is wisdom. From Proverbs 27 verse 12, the prudent see danger and take refuge. To those who are struggling with anger, if you recognize yourself on the other side, is struggling with anger, control, or harsh words, this message is also for you. Anger left unchecked destroys what it claims to protect. In your anger, do not sin. Ephesians 4 verse 26. God calls for repentance, humility, and change, not excuses. Healing is possible, but it begins with accountability. Breaking the cycle for the next generation. Children, learn how to love by watching us. If we want peaceful children, we must build peaceful homes. If we want safe communities, we must protect families first. Do not provoke your children to anger, but bring them up in the training and instruction of the Lord. From Ephesians 6 verse 4. Discipline corrects, abuse destroys. This is a message of hope and restoration. God is not only a judge of injustice, He is a restorer. He heals the broken-hearted and binds up their wounds. Psalm 147 verse 3. Cycles of violence can stop. Homes filled with fear can become places of peace. But healing begins when truth is spoken and help is welcomed. So, blessed are the peacemakers. Again, from Matthew 5 verse 9. Have a good day. God bless.